A very good morning to you, Andy. Look, are we going nuclear? Do you see it going that way?
Well, there's a big nuclear strategy in there, and the government's got very ambitious plans to build 7 to 8 new reactors. The difficulty is that their own impact assessments that was released earlier in the week strongly suggest they're going to really struggle to do that. So what it said was that it would take 13 to 17 years to build each reactor, and that's after they've made the initial investment decision, which won't be happening for most of them until the next parliament. So we could be looking at the 2040s before most of these things are actually in the ground.
The whole thing's a mess. It's not joined up. It's about pleasing every lobby group there is in the country, and we've got to get on with it. We've got to do something. Then you get people like Liz Truss going to the G7 and saying, oh, well, who let this Russian oil thing happen? Got to stop this. Well, I suggest it was your government that let it happen. You know, it is a mess. I just look at it and think it is an absolute mess, and it's all talk from politicians. How are we going to get this sorted out in a way that it will help, it will take the pain away from the fuel crisis and the cost of living that people are actually going through?
Yeah, so just on the first point, all of the lobby groups are equally unhappy. So The Guardian kicked off last night by accusing the government of picking losers. We're not very happy because the central message from the strategy is your bills are going to stay high and they're going to get much more expensive because what the government's done is retreated from the only period in British history where energy policy was a success, which was when it was liberalised in the 1990s and towards the early part of the century. And they've gone back to this old model of central state planning where the wise man in the ministry and his civil servants are going to dictate what we need as the public without very much input from us. So there's a lot of expense built in everywhere.